Hi, I'm Sandy Genovese and welcome to the Ellison Education video series. Today I want to share a really sweet idea with you. We're going to use candy dye. This has not only candy corn but chocolate drops in two sizes on the dye, and I'm going to use it to create a Halloween wreath, and I'll decorate it with a Sizzix bow dye. Here is the actual wreath, and you can see that I've got the candy corn all around the edges, and then I've got the bow on the top. I just used a white pen to handwrite the trick-or-treat message inside. When you flip it over, you can see that the structure is this ring. But I thought while it's open, I would show you, if you don't want to use this for Halloween, look at how great this would be to put a photo in there and create a picture frame. Of course, you would put it in the other way, but that is glued there, so I can't show you. But lots of cool choices when you want to create a wreath. If you want your wreath to be circular, the simplest thing to do is to start with a circle as the structure. You can see when you look here, that's exactly what I did here. So you have a number of options. We do have a 6-inch circle die, and that's what I used. But if you don't have that, I have set on the table a couple of other options. Any plate that's a good size, you can lay it down and trace around it. You can also use a compass and draw a circle. Once you have the circle, then you'll just cut out the center so that you end up with just the ring. And by having this, you avoid having the kids make these really misshapen wreaths. It ends up keeping it nice and circular. You're going to need several of the candy corn to place around the edge, so I thought I would show you. What I've done is I've cut one out of white, I've cut one out of orange, and I'm going to use my scissors, and the perforation on the die is the guide so I can see where I want to trim, and you can have the kids, you can actually cut through several layers at once. I used a scrap to cut the yellow, and the yellow is going to go on the bottom. So I'll just place this. Once again, I can use the perforations, which really help as a guide to see the placement of each of the layers. Then I'm going to take the orange that I just trimmed and line it up with the perforations in order to get the second layer, and then just leaving the white gives you the next layer. So once you have these, then you're going to want to put adhesive on the ring. Now I'm not going to stop and go all the way around, but place adhesive on the ring so that you can go back and start adding in these candy corn segments. And since my adhesive goes far enough to do those first three, I'll stop there. But you just would continue until, I think for the 6-inch circle, I ended up needing 11 of the candy corn shapes in order to create this. Now for the bow, once again, this is a Sizzix die, but I cut patterned paper, and what I'm going to do is put adhesive on the back side of both of the ends, because this ends up becoming a dimensional bow. So I'm going to bring this end in and bring this end in. The die even includes this little oval, and if you haven't seen this trick, when you want to put adhesive on something tiny like that, I just take a sticky note and use the sticky portion to hold this in place while I place my adhesive. And then I'll go back, because the sticky note is removable, it's easy enough to pull this off, add this detail. If this were finished, you can see how I would place this along with the ribbons at the bottom, and you can see how it's going to go together so quickly and easily. Look how cool. And I think, you know, if you want to make it Halloween, or if you don't make it Halloween, the message inside could be something that just relates to fall. Whether you choose the chocolate drops or the candy corn, this is the sweetest project ever.